All right. Hi. My name is Professor Rodman, if you don't mind. I have been teaching at Baltimore City Community College for a little while, and I've taught Math 86 quite a few times, and I've put a lot of my face-to-face material in here, hoping that it will help you learn the material outside of class when you can. And today I just wanted to kind of go around the Canvas site a little bit with you. Notice at the top left side it says Canvas Student at the top. If you plan on using your phone to do your homework or anything like that, you really should get the app for any kind of iOS system or iPad or iPhone system. It's got a little extra features that you need to learn about, and I can show you in class a little better than I can do verbally, but there's some words that come up that say something like launch external tool to do your homework, and it's if something that you plan on using, please bring it up in class and we can show everybody how that would work. So try to get that app if you're using your phone, okay? It is recommended, highly recommended, that you use a PC, a personal computer, to do most of this work, and we can talk about that in class too. But here is your Canvas page. I've already clicked into courses on the left-hand side there. Notice the word inbox under the calendar has something that you can find your class in and just automatically pick me as your instructor. I think it has a drop-down that says teacher, and I'm the only one listed there when you pick this class, so you can send me an email that way anytime you want to. But this is the home page when you click into the class, and it talks about learner modules. Learner modules is the same as the modules on the menu on the left-hand side, and it has the syllabus on the left-hand side menu, and it also has it on here. If your menu is missing, it says to make sure you're expanding it so you can see it. And on an iPad, this is kind of the way the other buttons look. So if you hit Learner Module, that'll take you right to the Modular Sections. The Modular Sections are basically all the material that isn't assignments, although there are link assignments in there. It's all of the textbook and the homework and the lecture pages, that kind of thing. And then the course overview on this button is actually just the syllabus, which is important. And I added a little link here for the online course schedule. You'll find yourself referring to that quite often, so I put a link on there. So I'm going to go ahead and click Learner Module, and that takes us to the Getting Started. It says, please read before your first face-to-face session. You're going to find that not only does the class go fast, but I also talk quickly. People really need to ask me to repeat, please, because I have a tendency to talk pretty fast, especially when I know we're kind of crunching as much as we can in every class. So it is highly recommended you look around at some things beforehand so you're familiar when I mention them. You're under modules right now. Just because it's me, it has this purple thing at the bottom. You can ignore that. But how to navigate getting started materials, you're going to click into the introduction on getting started and read all the stuff in there. Hopefully you went into there to find this video to start with, and that's how you would get back to it. The virtual office is a great little place online where I expect people to ask questions. This would be a place to ask questions if you want other people to see your question, okay? I'm hoping your classmates will help answer questions, and I will try to answer the questions. And then if you have a question going in like a week from now, maybe you could look at what other people have already asked, and it might be in there and you won't have to ask me. But that's kind of the place to go. And when you go in there, everybody will see it. So if you want to send me a private email in the beginning of this section, or any time, make sure you use my BCCC email that you can find in your inbox. Also, down here it has about your instructor. I'm also in there. Let me go there for a second. And that's my email in there. You can just click there. I check it quite often. I do have a phone number, but I'm not in the office very much in the summer, so the best way would be to send me an email. there are my office hours. They're going to be before class, an hour and a half. And there's also a little button on here for Canvas conferences, and it's the last on the menu on the left here. And when you send me an email, you can tell me when you're available, and if we agree on a time, I can open up my conference, you can open up yours at the same time, and we can talk, and I can write on here and do problems with you. It was kind of cool. I tried it out the other day, so you can write on it and I can write on it. I'd like to give that a try. Always send me an email and we could try it before class starts if you want. That'd be great. So let me go back. Where was I? I can always go back home. I can always go right to the module here. That was the virtual office. Okay. And the getting started has this video, but I just wanted to show you there's a lot of stuff in modules that you can get to individually if you want to come back and find them. Getting to know your course has the syllabus as well as in the main menu over on the side. Your textbook is there. Your textbook is not required to be purchased because all the links are in here for free, so we don't need to do that, and I don't require them to bring them to class either. You do need a calculator. I have a little conversation in syllabus under calculators. I recommend the TI 30X, not the A one that they sometimes have in the bookstore, but the 30X is just much easier to use. But there's more about that in the syllabus. Let's see. There's all these things that you're supposed to read through when you're getting to know the course. And then at the end here, there's getting to know you, and that introductions assignment is through discussions in Canvas, and you'll see a couple other assignments listed here: syllabus quiz, Canvas orientation quiz. So that after you've read all these things, there's quizzes to do. But when you go into the introduction of getting started, it tells you all that. Okay, I know I did that again really fast, and that all says that all here. Okay. And there's your little tasks of 4 things to do. I would recommend highly that you do them before class. I'm going to make sure that this gets opened ahead of time. You're watching the introduction video right now, and I hope to put other videos in here. You can also navigate, down at the right hand, there's a next down there. That brings you right to the virtual office. You can go next again. That takes you to the next line in the modules, okay? And you read all this. There's the schedule, stuff about the textbook. You hit next again. It takes you to everything in that list in the modules, okay? It'll just keep going down. So let me go back to modules again, okay? So all these things listed, you hit next, 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 and you'll see all of these, all right? And eventually it'll get to week 1 and it'll say how to navigate these materials. I'm going to have another video there, but I just wanted to show you your homework is embedded with answer keys and videos, blanks, and handouts. I'll talk about that in other videos. And the other important thing on here, we're still in modules, so there's a lot of ways to get to things in Canvas. I think that's a little confusing sometimes. There's multiple ways to get to different things you need, but if you want to go directly there, you can actually just click into assignments, okay? And the assignments will come up. Personally, I like to show not by date, but by type. If you hit by type over here, that at least gives you all the homework. So it's a little confusing, I know, but a first couple quizzes are actually counted as homework. The introduction word here is actually your discussion introductions. So your discussions all fall under homework as well as your math problem homework. Okay, so that's all together in your math and your assignments under homework. And then if you're in there by type, there are the math problem quizzes and tests. Okay. So if you do it by date, it'll put them kind of up here, and you can see that there are some things to do June 10th. Sometimes they'll say not available to the 3rd, but then due the 10th, so be careful looking at that. It's not due the 3rd, it's due the 10th. And then these others are due all June 12th when your first test is. So your choice is to look at how to look at that by. And then, of course, grades is your grade book. Discussions, even though they're embedded in the homework, they're embedded in the module, they're embedded in the homework assignments, you can also just click on discussions, and they'll come up in here. Virtual office comes up in there too, so a lot of that's in there. And then here's the conference button. Not available yet because I haven't published any things. So let me get to getting this finished. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Thanks.